Hi, this is Adam from Small Town Machine Shop. We got a little repair to do. This is a roller out of a wheat harvesting machine. You know, it's got a conveyor in there that moves the stuff. I'm not exactly sure the goings on inside the machine. But the other bearing failed and spun. So as you can see, it wore that down. Oh, enough. Enough that bearing, there's wobbles on there now. So what we're going to do is we're going to clean this up and weld it and build it back up and turn it. There's a couple ways to do it. I'm going to MIG it. If it was any bigger, I would stick it. I'm usually stick weld the stuff I do weld build up to. But I'm going to MIG it. I'm going to MIG it going this way. That's the way I like to do it. And for holding it, it's a steel shaft, and it's got this really tough, like, rubber coating on it. It's actually pretty true as far as putting it in steady rest on the small reed prentice. Or I'm thinking that's deep enough and centered enough that we could put this in the center on the big LeBlond. You know, and just get in there with the tool angled. And that's for a shaft this size. Now this isn't a solid metal shaft. You can see the plug welds that hold this part in. You could possibly drill that out, thread it, and put in a stub shaft and weld it in. And you gotta be careful doing that if you don't know how thick, you know, crosswise this thicker part is. You can also drill out the plug welds and cut out the inner weld and take that out, but that's a lot of work. This part isn't very expensive. So we don't want to put $300-400 worth of labor into a part like this when it could be replaced for cheaper. It doesn't carry a lot of weight. So what we're going to do is weld it up, turn it to, I'm waiting for the customer to contact me. There's a nut that goes here, or a bolt, and a washer that goes on here, and I don't know if it retains it or if this is a press fit, and you know, now it's stuck in there. You can see how much wobble is in there, or something else retains it. If not, I'm just going to make it a normal bearing press fit, and we will go from there. So let me get this set up in a little bit better location. We will wire wheel everything out of there, get it all nice and clean, and throw some weld in there. I'll bring you back. Okay, got her all shined up in there. Now, another way to fix this would be to turn this down and bush it. You gotta be careful when you do that. There's not a lot of, you know, once you turn this down, probably a third of the material is going to be gone. And if you bush it, you're not adding any strength, especially because there's going to be a fillet. I'm going to cut a little radius down here at the bottom for strength, of course. And there's a washer that backs it. But if you just bush it, unless you chamfer the bushing and push it on there, but you're not adding any strength, just size. Because unless you weld the bushing, you know, back down here or something, it's just bringing it back to size. It's not adding any strength to a part that you're going to further weaken by cutting. So in this instance, on something this small, I would not recommend bushing it. So, get the welder set up. And I'm going to go bead there, and I'm just going to fill them in. It won't take much weld. As you can see, it's not worn down that much. And I took a measurement from the top of here. Very key, take your measurements before you start welding. From here to the shoulder down here, it was pretty much exactly 650 thou. So that's our critical dimension because we're going to turn it to match the bearing. So I'll get the welder set up and we will get this going. Okay, our welding done is built up. Plenty around there. It's a measurement, so you know, still hot. I'll be in there like that. That you see a little bit of air gap, light gap there. It's sitting on a rough surface. Yeah, but plenty on there, so plenty to turn down. If you're gonna do something like this, of course, put a little extra weld on there. It's already gonna be in the lathe. You'd rather be, have the excess there and not have it a low spot, because then you gotta take it out of the lathe, weld it up, and do all that. So just make sure you got plenty, and there's plenty there. Kind of tough getting the welding tip didn't quite fit in there. I got all the back. You can see the back flat landing that was in there before. It's all weld now. So I'm going to turn that all the way straight back. And then turn the bearing fit. And yeah, go from there. This is Adam from Small Town Machine Shop. Please comment, like, and subscribe. And thanks for watching.